It is a beautiful morning here. We are in Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City. It is early in the morning, and so you see this is the way the traffic is every morning. Everybody's heading to work. This is kind of a beautiful walkway that I enjoy. It's very green and beautiful here. It's a little noisy, but we're gonna go find a nice park to chat in. Today we're gonna talk about the difference between your finances when you're living abroad or when you're on vacation. Because people send me messages and they say, you know, are you out doing this? Are you out doing that? And one of the things I tell them is I say, look, that would be very expensive to live that way if you were here in Vietnam or in Thailand or the Philippines and you were trying to live like you were on vacation, okay? So there's a difference in the way that you're gonna live when you're living abroad. It's all about quality of life, but also cost of living reduction, okay? All right, look at all this, look at this. Woo! Look at that traffic, incredible. All right, let's talk. So living in Southeast Asia as compared to being on vacation, the first thing I always look at is housing, okay? So a lot of times when you're coming through on vacation, you're staying at a nice hotel, you want that nice swimming pool, you want it to be in a location where kind of maybe surrounded by shopping areas and things to do, you know. You could easily spend Western prices on a hotel like that. You could spend $150 a night, you could spend $300 a night, okay? And you can imagine you come here for 2 weeks, well, that's gonna be a certain price that you're gonna pay, but again, you're on vacation, so you're not really worried about that. You figure that into your budget. For me, coming out here and living, it's very different. I try to set a price point of around $20 to $22. If I find it less, and I often do, like sometimes I find a place that for $17 a day. Sometimes I'll find a promotion that's going on and I'll find a place for $15 a day. And they do tend to be a little bit more on the outskirts of town. They tend to be maybe a block outside of where all the activity is, or maybe 1 or 2 streets away from where all the activity is. That actually works out nice if you're staying there for a month. The way that I generally will do it is I will book an inexpensive location for about 1 week when I fly into a particular country. That gives me a destination to get to from the airport. I'll stay there for a week and I'll research. I'll go around and look for more places. Maybe a place that's less expensive and maybe it has a better location. Maybe the property is even nicer. You can easily find in Southeast Asia a place for $9 a day, okay? Once you start reducing what the place offers you, if it doesn't have Wi-Fi, if it doesn't come with electricity and water included. We had to change locations. There was a tour group going through the other side, okay. But what I was saying is you can find a place about $9 a night. However, you're gonna look at not having Wi-Fi, not having your water and your electricity paid for. You're gonna have to add those extra payments. I've seen people that have gotten places for $8, $7 a night, but they have to start adding all this on. For me, it just makes it much easier, and I find it more comfortable as well when I get an inexpensive hotel room that comes with everything. My Wi-Fi, hot water, electricity, everything, even like maybe once a week, sometimes once a day, but at least like once a week cleaning, and they do all your laundry, or at least they do like all the linens and stuff. So that's the difference in cost of living. The next big expense is gonna be food, okay? So let's talk a little bit about food. When you're on vacation, you don't mind going to the restaurants and having, I mean, we're not talking fancy restaurants, but you're going to the places where you can get a nice steak, you can get like a buffet, all you can eat buffet and things like that. When I'm on a trip to a country now, for me, my cost of living is, I'm trying to keep my food costs at around $10 a day. So that's about $300 a month, okay? Now, if I go a little bit over that, as long as I'm trying to target that, I'm usually pretty good. Every once in a while, I like to splurge. Like if I find out there's a great pizza place. Sometimes the locals will tell me that there's a place that has an amazing view or something along those lines, or something else that's very unique about it, and then I don't mind. And actually, by keeping that price point around $10 a day, that allows me to go to those kind of places and not worry about going over budget, okay? But I will tell you that in Southeast Asia, budgeting for $10 a day, I don't have a problem. In the mornings, I'll usually start out with, in my room, cereal and milk and fruit. I put fresh fruit on top, and it just works out great. I like to pick up the bananas, and I like to pick up the grapes and things along those lines. I keep everything in the refrigerator, and it just makes for a nice breakfast. As I'm moving throughout the day, I look for the little stands, the local stands, noodles, sandwiches, things that are being cooked on an open barbecue. And I don't have a trouble maintaining that $10 a day. What can really push you over is the next thing that we're going to talk about, and that's alcohol. Let's talk about that. When you are on vacation, you're having a great time, right? And you might have a high budget for alcohol. You might tell yourself, look, I'm gonna have maybe alcohol all day long. It's up to really whatever you're doing, you know. For me, I'll tell you that even when I was on vacation, I was really slowing down on my alcohol consumption. And now I'm at a point where it's actually rare for me to buy alcohol. I might buy something now and then. Generally, if I'm sitting with somebody else, I'll buy something along those lines. But other than that, no, I just don't. And like for my room, same thing. Like maybe I might buy something for the room on occasion, but it's very rare. So my alcohol budget has almost reached zero. Whereas when you're on vacation, you're budgeting your alcohol consumption, you know, pretty much to start drinking all the way through the day, depending upon what kind of vacation you're having, you know. That needs to be thought of, because you can run out of money trying to retire in Southeast Asia because of entertainment, okay? Entertainment of alcohol, maybe the nightlife, if you want to go out for the nightlife, that can really eat into your budget. To put it into perspective, you know, you could easily spend on entertainment, you could spend $100 a night, okay? If you're on vacation, that's probably not that big of a deal. But if you're living, you're talking $3,000 a month, okay? So for me, entertainment-wise, if there's a place that I want to go and do something, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll say I'm going to do it once a week. Even though the reality is, if I've been out doing like traveling and walking and exercising throughout my week, I don't really feel like going out on the weekends all the time, because I'm tired. I actually want to rest and relax by the swimming pool and just get some extra sleep. But if I do go, I budget for once a week living in Southeast Asia, and that keeps it just fine. I don't go over budget by doing that. Let's talk transportation. If you are here on vacation, if you're coming to Vietnam, if you're coming to Thailand, the Philippines, you're trying to get to a lot of the locations, it might be worthwhile for you to get a scooter. Okay, a scooter is going to cost you, you know, you're going to end up paying for that for the month or by the week, whatever the case being, depending on how long you're on vacation. For me, I will tell you that I tend to use public transportation, which is very cheap. I can get on baht buses again for like 10 baht in Thailand. Here in Vietnam, they have a bus system here. They have rail system. All of that is available, and it's not expensive. I walk where I want to go. Occasionally, there are scooter taxis even here in Vietnam, and what they generally try to do is they have like these laminated sheets, and they say, do you want to go to any of these places? These are places that usually tourists want to go see. And a lot of times stuff I want to see. And they have the price right on it, okay? So it's not bad. It's really not bad. You get on there, they take you right to it. I think it's fun. I know a lot of people think that scooter cabs are dangerous. I'm not saying they're not, but they are a lot of fun. So that's what I enjoy taking. But otherwise, I'm walking. That's what I'm doing. And I make it part of my day to get the exercise. And so I try to keep my transportation, when I'm in country, I try to keep my transportation cost to almost zero. Unless I need to get on a bus and go someplace, like to another city that I'm staying in. But other than that, I try to get into an area where I can walk that area, occasionally maybe take a tour or something. That saves a lot of money. The last thing that I want to go into is going to be exercise. The reason why I say that is a lot of times if you are living overseas, it's very different than being on vacation, because when you're on vacation, you will say to yourself, I'm just going. I'm going full speed here. And you don't get any workouts in for 2 weeks, you know, that is not healthy. If you are living overseas, you need to get your workouts in. Now for me, I use walking and an in-room exercise program that I use, and that works out great for me. However, if you are in a situation where, say there's an inexpensive gym nearby, it might not be bad to get a 1-month membership to that gym, because the gym, probably you're going to also meet people that know what to do in that area. It may also have a healthy place to eat. You're going to have showers and stuff there, so you can actually like do stuff during the day, end up there, shower, get your workout in, shower, and then head out for the night and not have to worry about go back to your hotel room. You just keep going. So I think there's a lot of advantages to getting a gym membership. For me, I try to keep my cost of living down when I'm traveling overseas, and so that's why I don't buy gym memberships. I have my in-room workout and I use walking. But the big difference is if you're living overseas, you can't tell yourself, I'm just gonna stop working out. It's not healthy. It's not healthy for your body, it's not healthy for your mind, and you're gonna end up starting having medical issues, okay? So, exercise. That's the stuff I wanted to go into. And that's about it. So I really hope that everyone's having a great, week. I'm loving Vietnam, I'm really enjoying it. And I'm gonna be coming with a few more videos, and then we'll be on to the next country. So I wish everyone all the best. And again, don't procrastinate. Get out there, vacation, take some time off of work, or maybe it's time to retire, okay? And I'll talk to you again soon, and aloha.